So just how do you outsmart the narc? How do you outsmart a narcissistic person who has learnt exactly what buttons to push within you to wind you up, to get you going? As a narcissistic person will go all out to provoke you, to get that reaction from you so they can blame everything on you. They are looking to gain your emotional reactions, and they learn exactly what they can use against you to get the reactions that they need from you. They learn your strengths so that they can see which ones they can chip away at to cause that self-doubt within you. They learn your vulnerabilities so that they can use each and every one against you to tear you wide open and then watch you bleed out all the more. They know exactly what to do to get at you, to cause that anger, to cause that frustration, to cause that pain, to get that reaction. Narcissistic people, some are a lot easier to cut ties with than others. Others are a little bit more stubborn. And when it comes to a narcissistic person, they're like that toddler that doesn't understand the word no. And is learning the word no and what it means. Only they're a grown adult who still doesn't understand the word no and believes they're entitled to do as they please without any consequences for their actions. Narcissistic people manipulate you into believing that you can't do anything right, that you're not good enough, that you're not lovable, that you're not worthy, that you'll never be anything, that you'll never have anything, and that you'll never be free. They manipulate you into doubting everything about who you are, into questioning everything about the people around you. Only you don't question the narcissist, as the narcissist has manipulated you into believing that it's those around you that are causing your problems, that it's you that's causing your problems, and they are the one that's trying to help you. They will give you that false hope to keep you hanging on to absolutely nothing. They will help you out just enough to fool you into believing and trusting within them. When they break your trust, they will blame you for why they broke your trust. They'll accuse you of being insecure, of being jealous, of having those trust issues, of being hung up on your past. So you question yourself and not what they are doing to you. When it comes to narcissistic people, you have something that they need. And they're going to go all out to exploit you, to manipulate you, to get their needs met by you. Whatever need it is of that individual narcissist, you are in the fight of your life. Psychologically, emotionally, physically, financially. You are in the fight of your life that you know absolutely nothing about. You are in a state of psychological warfare in games that you know absolutely nothing about until you know. And then when you do know, when you can recognize the pattern of behavior, when you can recognize the games they're playing, when you can recognize who they are as a person, is when the game changes. As George Bernard Shaw said, you can't wrestle with pigs. You get dirty and the pig likes it. When it comes to a narcissistic person, you cannot explain yourself to them. You give them all your vulnerabilities, all your weaknesses, and they enjoy it. They use those against you to hurt you all the more. You cannot defend yourselves to them as they use your defenses against you to punish you all the more. You cannot communicate with them because they fail to communicate with you to frustrate you all the more. You cannot get them to see your point of view because they're not interested in your point of view. They're interested in making you believe that your point of view is wrong and that theirs is right. You cannot have a sincere conversation with insincere people. It does not work. And they enjoy winding you up. They enjoy you getting frustrated. They enjoy you getting angry. They enjoy you getting wound up. They enjoy you getting hurt. They enjoy you being confused. And they enjoy taking what they want from you while you are confused. When it comes to outsmarting a narcissistic person, the best way to outsmart a narcissist is to safely step away from them. Safely remove yourself from their lives. Safely cut ties with them and give them no reaction. Give them nothing. And it's hard because they know exactly what to use to get you reacting to them. Stop giving them those reactions. Remain calm. And when you do recognise their games, as very tempting as it can be to start with the eye rolls, do not give them that eye roll. This will criticise them. And some will take things to the extreme. When it comes to Superman's weakness is kryptonite. When it comes to a narcissist, their weakness is not getting their own way. Not getting what they need from you. Not getting what they want from you. Which is why when you say no, they throw major tantrums, and you find yourself saying yes to things where by saying yes to them, you're saying no to yourself, and then you end up full of resentment. Therefore, if by saying no to yourself means saying yes to somebody else, you need to say no to the other person and say yes to yourself. Narcissistic people don't like this. This is why they keep coming at you, to get their needs met by you, to get what they want from you. And as they up their games, you have to stand firm and stick to your no and stick to not giving them a reaction. You need to remain calm, as difficult as that is, and it takes practice and it takes perseverance in order to no longer give the narcissist the reaction that they require from you. Do not defend yourself to them. They're going to use these against you, straight into their games. If at all possible, if you need to, retreat, rethink, and only respond if you need to do so. You cannot control what other people do. You can control the meaning you give to what other people do. So when someone is doing something that is winding you up, you can change the meaning of that. So it no longer gets you to a point where you feel a need to react to them. You have to tell yourself a story as such to stop you reacting to them. So when they turn up late, when they say they will be there for one of their children's celebrations, and then on the day they start messing people around and phoning people up and bringing the attention back on them to themselves, instead of reacting to them, you kind of have to just think, this is exactly who they are. This is exactly what they do. You don't have to ruin the day for the rest of us, and continue with the day. And when they show up on that late with that grand entrance and expect everyone to be grateful that they showed up at all, just have to remind yourself, this is exactly who they are. This is exactly what they do. Know their behaviour so well that their behaviour no longer impacts you, because you can read them like an open book, which is what they are trying to do to you. Only what they do is they push your buttons to gain that reaction from you, so they can blame everything on you. When it comes to dealing with a narcissistic person, the best way to outsmart them is by taking your reaction away from them, taking your explanations, your defences away from them. It's very difficult because it's usually not in your nature, and they've also conditioned you to do this. However, the best defence against a narcissist is no defence. Say nothing. Leave them to it if it's all possible. With some things you might have to take those to the authorities. That's another video within itself. with the majority of stunts that narcissistic people pull, no reaction is the best, as they would rather impress a stranger. So if they're not getting the reaction they need from you, unfortunately, they will move on to someone new. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.